Song for you right here. It go like this. Hey, can't nobody say no when the Father say yes. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me, I ain't stressed. Hey, I just know he got in all my steps. Tell him they ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, prayers answered, I think he hearing us. The Savior's still alive, we ain't got that much time. Tighten up while you playing with that grace. Sinning before his face, when it pop off, you can't escape. When the trumpets blow, it ain't no wait. Let me get myself together, hold up. I wasn't ready, keep that oil in your lamp. Sword in your hand, don't you trust in no man unless they do what he's saying. The Messiah's our example. In his name, it ain't nothing that you can't do. I wrote a song about it, like to hear it, here it go, it's a sample. These ain't bars, these is parables. You ask me what this walk is all about, I'ma tell you, flat out, repentance, endurance. You know, you gotta have the strength to keep going regardless of what it look like. The world say no, the Father say yes. No matter what they saying about you to you, look to him. All of the answers is in that book. Trust me, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, hey, overwhelmed, I fall to my knees. Father, thank you for this air that I breathe. My good health and the fact that I believe. I can't believe you chose me, I don't understand. So many are more worthy. I know a few more qualified, they have it all. He don't call the prepared, he prepares the call. When he call, who gon' answer? Against the evildoers, who gon' stand up? Fearless, mercy to the stranger, the widow and her children. You do wrong and they rebuke you, that's a real friend. Hold on to that, that's priceless. These nations throwing stones at the throne, don't know what's going on, provoking him to anger. One day he gon' show him, the Lion of Judah. I don't think they ready. Euphrates River dry, we getting close to Armageddon. Whoa. Somebody better tell them who they playing with. The ruler of armies, yeah, the savior on his way again. Nations gonna be bowing down at his presence. The same mouths that blaspheme, confessing. I don't wanna get caught on the wrong side. When he crack the sky, it's gonna be terrifying. So it's the covenant we cleave to. Abba, have mercy on your children, we need you. We keeping the laws, commandments in your feast too. I'm trying to see that land of milk and honey. Got a sweet tooth, the devil is a lie, and we gon' preach truth. You get one life, ain't no sequel. The last season, Moedim, ain't no getting through them gates without that blood on you. I can tell he ordering my steps, cause when the world said no, the Father still said yes. In times, don't let Babylon break you. Don't let them break your soul. In time, stay woke, it's going down. We gonna wake up the tribes.
Howard,
willing.
what you cooking?
Last days. We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. We in the truth, now they scared of us. They knew that Jacob would rise. We don't want problems, we just want to do the laws, praise the Most High. But if it's on, then it's on. Got angels with us when it's wartime. I pray we get back to Zion. We about to wake up the tribes. I can't fall for no false doctrine. I want it straight out the Bible. Tell me what scripture is that. Give me the truth with no feelings attached. We just gonna give them the facts. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. I cannot sit and relax. I had to go to the end. Run it back. I had to go to the end. Couldn't let up if I wanted to. On the interstate, bumping toward two. Not ashamed of the gospel. I got faith, I sure do. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. If the Father for us, how we gonna lose? Done talking, time to show and prove. No half stepping, I'm a whole brew. Get the beam out your eye. If the blind lead the blind, where we going to? We turn the lines when under pressure. We just been keeping it cordial. They gave us chains in the slave name. Never told us we was royal. Now we getting our houses in order. No religion, I follow the Savior. Only Messiah can save us. Some say it's a fairy tale, but our faith will never waver. Scripts jumping off the pages. What? We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah.
All right. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. And we have a great show for you today. As you can tell by the name, we're going to be talking about the beast system. But we're not just going to sit there and focus on the beast system. We're going to show you Yah's system. And we're not just going to show it to you in word. We're going to show it to you in deed. Okay? I appreciate all y'all tuning in. If you can, come on in and let me know how my audio is. I'm going to listen to it over here on my end. Sounds pretty good to me over here on my end. I'll wait for y'all to respond. And what we're going to do, if we get a 10 in there, we're going to move forward with this show. All right, y'all, the beast system. I'm picking right up where I've left off. I'm kind of with the past couple shows have been about is I've been talking about how, just the heavy deception that is upon, the world, upon everybody, even those who profess to know the truth, okay? As you know, my journey, I went through the so-called Hebrew Israelite I was out there in the so-called Hebrew Israelite assemblies and stuff like that out there. And it wasn't until I came to the true Hebrew Israelites, the brothers and sisters here in Straitway, that I truly saw what walking this word out in spirit and truth was. And, the deception is just so insanely heavy that is upon people out there. Even, like I said, even to those who know the word. Because there are so-called Hebrew Israelites out there that really know this book. And they still aren't doing it. And it's sad. And we're going to get into that. We're going to really pull the, we're going to really pull the blanket back and expose just the silliness that's out there. And I'm trying to think where I want to start. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just start with some pictures, okay? I have some pictures, okay? And I'm going to show y'all something here. Y'all going to be tripping off this. I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of different religious groups. And I'm going to show you, let me see. Let me get it up here first. Entire screen. We'll just share this window. It'll be quicker and easier if I do it this way. Okay. Let me. There we go. Y'all give me a sec to get this up here. We'll just share the tab. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures, and all right, we're gonna bring some pictures up here, and what I'm gonna move to say, yeah, I'll put a statement in at the end, and then you'll get it. Okay, let me add it up here. So y'all know who that is. Papa Pope, if you a Catholic. Okay. And then I'm sure all y'all know what this is. Let me make him bigger. That's your Christian pastor. You know who these clowns are, most of y'all. These are your Hebrew Israelites. Y'all know who this is. Okay. Let's continue forward. Y'all know who this is. These are some more of your Hebrews who do street teaching and preaching. Okay. And you might ask, Mike, why are you putting these pictures up in front of us? Like, what's your point? Okay, what point are you trying to make? What I want to show y'all here is that all those pictures I put up, all those individuals you just saw and that you're looking at now are almost 100% identical in what they're doing and how they're functioning in this beast system. They're all about 100% compliant with the beast system and in what they're doing. Okay? And though if you got them, if you talk to them, they are totally different like if you went and asked, if you ask this guy about these guys, they tell you, man, we're night and day different. If you ask these clowns about this clown, they got, man, they're like, we ain't nothing like him. If you ask him about them, they'd be like, what? We are totally against everything he stands for. Bam. That's what they'd all be saying if you ask them. But the reality is, all those people have more in common than not. And why? Because they all worship the beast system. For the most part, they all worship the beast system. All those people I showed you. Let me get my little list here. All those people I showed you, they send their children to the beast system to be educated. All those people are slaves, wage slaves, debt slaves to the beast system. And they teach it. Okay. All those people subscribe to the beast system's model of family, for the most part. Okay, I would say that. By and large, for the most part, subscribe to the beast system model of family structure. Okay, all those people believe in being slaves to the beast system. Wage slaves to the beast system. Okay? So by and large, they worship the beast. They serve the beast. Okay? And that is the majority's Hebrew Israelite groups. A group I was in right before, or I was affiliated with right before I came into this, they knew the biblical family structure that's in the Word. But they still they said, we ain't doing that up in here, though. We not bringing that up in here. I can pull up videos of them speaking on that in that manner. When the reality is, one of the keys to coming out of this beast system is that family structure. Is right at the core of it. And we're going to go through it. We're going to go through all these things. Like I said, I got a lot of notes scattered all over the place. But we're going to go through this beast system. And then we're going to show you Yah's system. Okay? And we're going to compare and contrast it. They use their schools, their public school system, to mentally rob our seed of its lineage, okay, of our legacy, okay, to keep us. So what we do, we send our children to the public school system, and they indoctrinate us about, hey, you need to go to college and get a good job in our beast system and move out and get a house and get debt. And when you go to college, you're going to get in debt and you're going to be enslaved to our beast system initially. But we already got one shackle on you in the beast system, because now you went to college, you've saddled all this debt. Majority of the people who go to college don't even do what they're studying, all that. And then when you get out of college, you're going to get married. More than likely, there's a 60% chance that's going to go down the drain. So you're going to be further shackled to the beast system. And then, but before you get married, or when you get married, you're going to do what? You're going to buy a house. Or so-called buy a house. You're going to rent a house with a mortgage. But now people are just outright renting houses. And but most people are going to get that mortgage, and they got the other handcuff on. And then what? They're going to have to be, their allegiance is going to be to that beast system. They're going to be relying on the beast for their food. Because what? They can't buy land and grow it, because what? Their children have to go to the public school system. As soon as their children do get to a productive age, where they can be highly productive, their children are going to move out and serve the beast system on their own. They're going to get in debt to the beast, and they're going to become wage slaves of the beast. Okay, and they're going to be shackled to the beast. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that is the way. That is the system that is that we are indoctrinated with, and we are indoctrinated with that system through their public school system, through the media, and also, give me a sec. We are also indoctrinated with this system through these people, through them. Oops, let me put it up here. We are also indoctrinated on how to follow and worship this beast system through these people, through these people, through these people, through him. And of course, it all stems and comes down through the mother of all the harlots. The mother of harlots that rides the beast. The whorish religion that rides the beast. And I want y'all to look. This is, they're proud. Don't get it twisted about what this really is. Look at this. Look at this emaciated. Look at that. You see what they do? They like walking around showing this. Look what we did. Because it was them, the Romans, who did it. Okay? Who crucified Christ, Now don't get it twisted. We know Israel is at fault because they wanted to it to be Barnabas, but they pushed for him. But the worship of this beast is through them. The mother of the harlots. Okay? So this is the thing. We listen to these people that is ever learning but never coming to the knowledge of the truth. And a lot of people sitting here and they're asking, so what else is there? I mean, I have to send my children to school. I have to get a job. I have to work. What does it mean to come out of her? And be ye separate. What does that look like? What does that mean? To come out of her and be ye separate. Well, look no further than the model that has been laid out, that's laid out in front of us, that lines up with the word. A lot of y'all, if y'all followed this channel for any period of time, I know I'm getting new viewers and everything like that. But over the course of the past 4 years, I've not only talked about coming out of her, I am in the process of coming out of her. And what does that look like? Well, the way it started for me, for Michael Israel, is I found like-minded believers. Where did I find them at? Straitway. We started our own Straitway assembly down there in Florida. A lot of like-minded, serious-minded saints came and became a part of it. And out of those saints, I found some very serious-minded saints. And we came together, as the word says, as Acts chapter 2 said, we came together and had all things in common. Not some things, not most things, all things in common. Okay, and we came together. I call these brothers and sisters my brothers and sisters. And they're not brothers and sisters that I just meet with on the weekend and play religion and do what the Catholics do and what the Christians do and what the so-called Hebrew Israelites out there do. We just meet. No, we truly came together as a nation, not desire. We truly came together and had all things in common. We came together economically. We came together socially. We came together literally, living together. Okay, we put everything together, and we did that to what? To get out of debt, so we weren't wage slaves. I've been debt free for the last 3 years now, or something like that. We sold all we had. Myself and Sister Koya, we had a brand new custom built house. We sold it. We used that to pay off debt and to get out of debt. We decreased so the Most High could increase in us. We went to living in a 3-bed, 2-bath house to living in one room in a little 1,800 square foot house. Our whole family with multiple other families. And so we decreased so the Most High could increase. The other brothers did the same, followed suit. sold what they had. We, in us brothers coming together like that, we got our women off the jobs. We pulled our children out of the public school system so that the sisters could come together and homeschool our sons and daughters and raise them in the way of the Most High Yah, and raise them and instill in them a community mindset, not a disunity mindset. Okay? We got the sisters off the job, so they're not out there in the world getting evil things poured into them by this world, but they're home getting righteousness poured into them. They're not out there in this wicked, evil world. Our children aren't out there where there's school shootings and work shootings and shopping place shooting and shootings everywhere. It's just crazy and dangerous out there. So that they could get in their righteous role of being chase keepers at home, and we could get in our righteous role protecting our family, instilling in our children a community mindset and a mindset of being a nation and functioning in that way. So that's where we're at. We came together, the brothers came together, we started a business. The business has been moving forward, so it's able to employ the brothers. It's growing. We're saving our money up to where we're at the point we're at now, where we're out there now actively looking for a piece of land that we can all move on as a community and not live in disunity. And I have two, let's take the typical person, the typical Catholic or the typical Christian or the typical Hebrew Israelite who professes to know the truth and everything like that. Let's give a typical scenario with them. They're married. They buy a house. They come into the truth and everything. On the weekends, they go to Shabbat and study the word and this, that, and the other. And then after that, all them brothers and sisters depart from each other. They go to their respective houses that they owe a mortgage on or they're paying rent on and all that. They send their children to the public school system. While they're at the public school system, your children are meeting Transformers, Decepticons, Gayfers, and Hoodoo and Voodoo and all types of weird shit. While they're telling them in school, hey, once you graduate and you go to college and get in debt, and then you're going to get married and go get another mortgage, and you're going to be paying the banks all the money you earn. You're going to be feeding it right back to the system. While your parents get older and older in the house that they've been paying the banks 20 times what it's worth, feeding back into the system, into the beast system, serving the beast, worshiping the beast. Doing what the beast says, is serving it, is worshiping it. And then your children, they're gone, and it's like they take on debt, they become wage slaves. But we in the truth, they know they Hebrews, but they out there serving the beast, worshiping the beast, whether they're Catholics, whether they're Christians, whether they're Hebrews. In the meantime, we over here paying off each other's debt. Going hard for the Most High. Decreasing so he can increase. Coming to the realization that we don't need a big 3-bed 2-bath. That's what we had. House just for ourselves. All we need is a room or two for us to live in. So that we could buy land. And then when we get on that land, we could do this. Let me play this video for y'all so y'all can see what real Israel does. Not fake Israel, not Catholics, not Christians, but real Israel. Okay? So let me show y'all what real Israel is doing. All right, we're going to play this. Y'all give me a sec to get it up here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Check it out, y'all. All right, there we go.
All right, good morning. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizen YouTube, Pastor Dow here with the Israelites. And guess what we're doing? We're here at Straitway, Georgia, where Elder Rufus is the head of the assembly here. So today, myself and a couple of Israelites, we descended up on Straitway, Georgia here, and this is what we got going on. Now, what we're doing here is a split-face block home building. It's going to be split-face all the way up. You can already see the vents. Can you pan over there so you can see the vents right there too? There's vents on this side, as well as vents on this side, right here as well. We like the look of the split-face block. It's extremely hard work because they're extremely heavy. They're heavy, and it's probably getting close to 90 degrees out here now. And we got vents on it, but the reason why there's no vents in the center right here is because there's going to be a front porch with a deck. But we have vents all the way around this place right here. We're getting a lot done here today. And I'll let Brother Shane pan around real quick, starting over here slowly, so you can see the amount of labor and the amount of brethren that came from Kansas, Arkansas, New Jersey, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, and Alabama, as well as North Carolina. All the brethren and Indiana. We got them all here. Not all the brothers and stuff, but a lot of brothers took some time off their work to help us get this building going. Now, it's an extremely tall building. It's going to be extremely tall, and it's an extremely large building. I think it's like 80 feet long and 40 feet wide. So there's no way, we're down here for 3 or 4 days. So there's no way that we're going to be able to finish this product or finish this project today. So Teacher Shane, he's going to pan around, and then you can catch me in a second while I get this magnesium, okay?
All right, so I'm gonna be talking while Teacher Shane pans around. Now, all those people you see out there, there's no contractors out there from other nations. Those are all Hebrews. That's all real Israel. Those are real Israelites. The man you just saw talking there is a real pastor. He's in his 50s. What is your pastor or your moray or your pope? What is he doing? I know what Gino Jennings said he was doing. He said, I've been working, I've been laboring. How you go? I've been laboring. For how many years he said he was laboring? I've been laboring for 20 years out here. Laboring. I'm sitting here like, really? Are you serious? He said he been laboring, flying around, traveling for 20 years. Oh yeah, that's what he said. Like they're saying it right in your face. Now hold on one second. I'm gonna find something. But yeah, he said for 20 years. That's what Gino Jennings said. He been laboring and traveling and putting in the work. Now, what you see on this video, what you see, now this has happened on multiple other communities. The saints come out and help that community build up, build up the, build a building, do building, do work on the land. So my question, all right, let me cancel that. So my question is, what is your pastor doing? And what are you going to have to show? What you understand with what he's doing? So for instance, we're going to case in point. Let's take we'll take Geno Jennings for instance. But mind you, don't get all caught up on Geno Jennings, okay? But we're going to take him. Let me rewind this video. There we go. Don't get caught up on Geno Jennings, because Geno Jennings is just like any other Hebrew Israelite assembly out there that I've seen, that I've been a part of. Geno Jennings is no different from the Pope, from the Christian pastor, from Joel Osteen. They're all the same. They're all practicing the same beast system model. When you get older, what are you going to what are you going to give to your children? Because what does the word say? Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. It says, no, that wasn't it. Hold on. Okay, it's Proverbs. What happened to my verse? There it is. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22. Okay? It says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. So a good man leaveth an inheritance for his children's children. What you see them doing there, they're building buildings. And not just wood buildings, heavy duty block buildings that are going to be able to be lived in by their children's children, and probably further out than that. So the children of that community, of these communities, the children of Straitway, are not going to be out there getting mortgages, working for the B system. Every check is going to the mortgage and they paying 3 and 4 times what a house is worth, because they're making the banks rich, the banks that oppress them. No, we don't have debt in Straitway. Okay, that's not how people are operating, because there's wise men operating, men that are obedient to the word. These people out here who profess to be religious leaders and mores and pastors and whatever name they give themselves out here in the so-called Hebrew Israelite community, those people are charlatans. They serve the beast, and they encourage you to serve the beast. It's just, man, I just gotta keep it 1,000 like that. Okay? Like a lot of people, I saw someone do a video the other day talking about, the beast system is America. The beast system operates upon the whole world. Okay? And it's operating in people, because we choose to function according to this beast system. When you function according to this beast system, having a large family seems to be a burden, and you rush to get your children out of your house. But when you function according to the ways of the Most High Yah, let's say you buy land, okay? and you develop that land with other saints and stuff, and you have a bunch of children, man, by the time them children begin to turn 7 and 8 years old, man, they begin to become assets on your land. And you say, how so, Mike? Why? Because you don't have to go to Walmart to get your food. You can grow your food, but you're going to need some help doing it. And instead of spending money and instead of giving your money to the beast system to be healthy, oh, I'm going to get a gym membership so that I'm going to pay the beast so I can stay healthy. No, go out there, go in that field, work that field. You'll get plenty of exercise. You'll sweat plenty. And guess what? The fruit that field is going to bring forth is going to keep you healthy, as opposed to going to Walmart or some of these other beast system distribution centers and buying their crap that you know they ain't got your best interest in mind when they put it in. The beast system got one thing in mind: money. But why not do it Yah's way? Okay? If you do it Yah's way, you get on land. You grow your food. You need seed. You see, and that's just a small example of why seed is so valuable. And the word is sitting there telling you, a wise man or a good man leaveth an inheritance for his children's children. A lot of us, we take our children, turn them over to the beast, and the beast puts them in, it makes wage slaves out of them and debt slaves out of them. And what does the beast system have you to do? The beast system works you. I was looking at my thing. They work you till you're 61 or something like that. They work your ass like a plow horse. Work you like a goddamn rented mule out there. And when you 61 and you useless damn near, they're like, oh, here's your retirement. And then soon after that, your ass dead and it's a wrap. Okay? And there's a reason for this. They want you working till you 61 and then you start declining. Because look, at the truth is, when a man is in his 40s, he's in his prime. He's hitting on all 8 cylinders. When he's in his 50s, on a wisdom level, he has reached it. He is apex out, where he has been in the world long enough to where he knows the ins and outs of things. They want those years. They want those years. I watched it because, look, I resigned from my position in my prime. I think I was 42, 43, something like that, when I resigned. In my prime. Where I'm functional, I can do some labor, I can think through things and solve problems. The beast doesn't want you giving that to the nation of Israel. Let's talk about Pastor Dow, man. Pastor resigned from his position in the military, and Pastor was, he was elite because what he was doing in the military, in the Army doing special forces. So he physically in good shape, mentally sharp, all that stuff you got to be in those positions, and resigned from that. He wasn't even in his prime to be obedient to the word, to build the nation, to be the example, to come together and have all things in common, to be that biblical example, to follow what the word says, to lay the blueprint. And look at it now. Now, let me see if I get another video up. I don't have, Maybe he has something. Nah, it's probably gonna be on Straitway Georgia. I don't. Let me pull up Straitway Georgia. He has some videos here. Let me show you some of the building they're doing out there. This isn't the only building that's been done. They were here. I'm gonna pull up this other video. I have this video. Oh no, that's not it. There we go. They had a long, but we'll just play this one for now. But here's another building that they built in 2 days. Okay. And then I'll show you a video where I went out to Straitway, Kentucky, and I helped them build out there. I was supposed to be out there in Georgia, but I got my numbers in too late, and we were going to come out there with like 8 people, and Elder Rufus told us to come out on the second half cycle of the building. So that's when we're going to go out there. But we're going to be out there helping out too, putting our brick in. But he retired or resigned prior to even reaching his prime. Learn building, learn to do for himself. Because let me tell you about this, because again, these are the things that people aren't making the connection with when they read the word. It says, be ye doers of the word and not hearers, deceiving yourself. And all I see out there in the Hebrew Israelite community, all I see out there in the Christian community, all I see out there in the Catholic community is a bunch of people just hearing and ain't doing nothing. And when you read through the book, the main thing it talks about is it's always talking about these people who are hearing stuff and ain't doing shit. You never hear y'all coming down on the people who are out there doing things. And that's what you see today. All you see is a bunch of people playing religion, but they not doing a damn thing. They doing the exact same thing every other wicked ass person that lives in this country is doing. They're going to work, sending their children to school, getting in debt, and just serving the beast. That's it. Ain't got nothing to give their children. Now the ultra rich, now they handing their children over money. But I'm talking about Israel. I'm talking about you, Israel. That's right. Point my crusty knuckles and fingers right in your face. I'm talking about you. You ain't got nothing to hand over to the next generation. It's sad. And the example is sitting right here. It's right in front of you, watching it go down. I'm sitting here putting videos up showing y'all this thing go down. Okay? We get this video going. Okay? I'm showing you that this is going down. That building there, you see them working on back there, they built that building in 2 days. The same thing. All the brothers came together. Brothers coming together in unity. Not talking about it. Not doing conferences and Shabbat lessons and video after video after video. No. Them brothers have come together and they are building Israel. They're building something that can be handed over to the next generation and to the generation after that and that. And that, and that, and keep go. Excuse me. But that's what it's about, is being about that action and not talk. A lot of y'all deceived because you got itching ears. And I'm talking about in this so-called Hebrew Israelite community. You got itching ears. And y'all just like to hear this crap that these people are out here talking. But you see, look at that. You see brothers out there doing it. They're doing the thing. They're buying the land. They're developing it. They're coming out of her, my people. They are gathering themselves together, O nation not desire. They're living Acts chapter 2 out according to what the word said. They're doing it in word and in deed. And they're not out there deceiving themselves. They're not out there serving the beast, letting the beast grind them to nothing. And boy, and look, and a lot of y'all beginning to wake up, man, because y'all see, man, that system out there is grinding your ass to powder. And for those of you who have eyes to see and ears to hear, although albeit slowly hearing, y'all gonna see it soon, because the prices are gonna get too high, the rent's gonna be too high. You ain't gonna be able to qualify for these mortgages. The debt just gonna get too insane. Shit gonna get too expensive. You gonna have to gather yourselves together. And you're gonna have to truly grow spiritually. Because you ain't gonna grow spiritually hiding out by yourself, being an individualite or an isolationite, hidden off in some corner somewhere. The only way you're gonna grow and truly come into the knowledge of Yah's way and truly live according to Yah's word is coming together with like-minded people so you could be sharpened. Okay? A lot of y'all, I'm telling you, y'all wicked as hell, and you fully bought into the beast system. And you serving Satan, and you're selfish because you have bought into that beast system. And what does it say? In ignorance, they worship the beast. Like you unknowingly are serving this thing. Serving Satan's system. Alright? Real talk. I'm going to show you who you serving. Here go. This your daddy. That's your daddy right there, Papa Pope. Unknowingly, you're serving him. Like you are. That's why I did a video a couple years ago talking about Catholic Hebrews. You doing exactly what any Catholic does. Only difference, you do it on Saturday. You do your Shabbat on Saturday. The rest of the week, you do the exact same thing these Catholics do. You go to your job, you send your woman to her job, you send your children to the public school system, you got your house, the other so-called people, so-called saints or whatever you call them, brothers, they got their houses and y'all ain't doing nothing. And we just gonna wait for Jesus to come and then he'll fix it. He gonna fix it. He gonna whack your ass upside the head with a lightning bolt and take you out. I'm telling you, man. Y'all not seeing this thing, and it's right in your face. And you wondering why your stuff messed up, and it's such a struggle keeping your house in order. And let's get into that, because that's a big part, keeping that house in order and how we serve the beast in that. Let's get some book on this thing. Here we go. This is the verse I was getting ready to read earlier. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. You know what this beast system does? Through its media poison, or its media brainwashing, and through just the system itself, it brainwashes the women into destroying their house. Like these women will fight to kill their own seed, the seed that's in them, that they in charge of birth. They will fight for the right to kill it. The most blessed thing you could have. You don't get that it's a blessing, because the beast system says You won't be able to serve me if you get pregnant right now. That's what the beast tells you. And it tells you sacrifice that seed so you can worship the god of Mammon. That is, y'all put a 100 up in there if I'm telling the truth. So it trains these women to pluck down and destroy the most valuable thing God gives is that seed. You know, it's a blessing to have a lot of seed. That these children, that's your real retirement. Instead of working to 60 till your back's broke, and then they throw your ass in a old folks home, and they treat your ass like an old plow horse, just toss you off in some corner or something, and let you ride away there. Instead of doing that, shoot, you could work till you about 30, 40 years old. By the time those children are teenagers, they're taking over the brunt of the work. Yah's way, not Satan's way. When you do it Satan's way, some of y'all women, man, you know, y'all done killed off a tribe on your own. Murdered a tribe in your womb. You murdered your retirement. And look, man, we just getting raw on this shit because people, and this is what folks ain't talking about. This, look, a lot of these women are dying. A lot of these women, man, I don't think they making it through their 40s. They done had so many abortions and all this other stuff, and mess their bodies up, and they dying off. They just silently die off in the background. They done murdered all their children. No man wants them. Y'all, this is how Satan run a monkey fool on your ass. Destroying the house. This is real talk, y'all. It's not a game out here. Like, this beast is not you make it to retirement. How many, they talked about how they do math. They have mathematicians, math experts, do the calculations on how to pay you and all this shit. Like me, I'm pulling an early retirement. I'm taking the penalties. I'm sitting here doing the math. I'm doing biblical math myself and looking at this. I'm like, shit, man, by the time I'm 60, man, screw that. Like, these are the years you can't get back. These are the valuable years where you could dig in and really create an inheritance. And you sitting here, shit, man. You sitting here telling me, oh, no. I'm reading all this stuff in the retirement thing. And you're going to lose this. They showing you all these scales and graphs of how much money you're going to lose. Man, these people they are charlatans, man. And real talk, I'm telling you, I had the good quintessential job. You know, retired military. And then I got a government job working on aircraft, all that stuff like that. But then I saw it, man. I seen the dudes retiring and dying. I seen dudes retiring and could barely walk. They gave their best years, the most wisdom, the mechanical mind. They gave all that shit to the beast's weapons of killing. That's what I was working on. They killing machines. I'm sitting there. Hey, look, let me tell you, I'm sorry to digress and get off the topic, but check this out. One of the realizations I have, I'm out there working on these planes, and these planes have tail art on them. And I'm in the hangar. There's about 5 or 6 planes in there. And I'm sitting there walking through the hangar. This is right leading up to right near when I resigned. And I'm looking at the tail art that's on these planes. One plane got the Grim Reaper dropping bombs. Another plane got Satan on it. Satan on the motherfucker on the plane with a lightning bolt, killing shit. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Another one got a skeleton on it. You know what I'm saying? With some, just all this demonic killing shit. I'm like, I'm working for Satan. What the hell am I doing? I started saying prayers. Yeah, prayers I've said in the past. Y'all, get me the hell out of here. I was like, get me out of here, y'all. I don't want to do this. I want to serve you. Get me out of here. And I kept saying that prayer. About a year later, I was out of there. The way our business went and the way everything went, the Most High made a way for me to get out of there and do what I needed to do. Get me out of here. I said it when I was in the military. I was in the military, and I knew I had came into the knowledge of the truth. I knew we needed to be keeping the Shabbat, and I was full-time Air National Guard at that point. And so 1 weekend a month, I had to do guard duty, and we out there at guard duty, and the governor of Florida or whatever his name was at the time, he came to our base, so he had to go and shake everybody's hand, and I got to sit there at attention. And I'm standing at the position of attention, praying to Yah, Yah, get me out of here. This is wrong. I don't belong here. Make a way. Get me out of here. And next thing you know, I got hired for a job where I could keep the Shabbat, and he got me up out of there. Because I didn't want to serve this beast. I seen it. I saw it. But it's mammon worship. The reason why a lot of people ain't obedient to this word, and they see what Straitway's doing, what real Straitway doing with these brothers who are getting on community, forsaking all, combining all they got with the saints and just giving all. The reason why these brothers are the reason why people see that and they stay doing what they're doing is because they're worshiping mammon. They're worshiping money. They're worshiping money. And I'm telling you, Koya, you in here. Bear witness to what I'm saying. We decreased. Me and Sister Koya decreased so y'all could increase. When I say decrease, we decreased big time and trust y'all. And it wasn't for the faint of heart. It wasn't that nice, but we knew. We knew. It is real talk. But again, it says you will know them by their fruit. See, one of the realizations I had at not this feast, but at the Passover, not the Feast of Weeks, but at the Passover, a realization I came to the realization of is who the real saints were. You know, it's like, man, these brothers and sisters that are part of Straitway Studio. So that's the brothers that are in assembly down there in Straitway, Florida, and the brothers and sisters up here in Straitway, Nashville. Like they are in the home communities. Yo, these brothers and sisters have given all. They have went all in, and I had to do a double take because I was getting distracted with other things. But I was like, yo, these brothers and sisters are all in. They put their chips on the table. There's no more serious witness than, hey, they're committed to this. They're not playing around. They really want to, be about this life. Not in word, but in deed. And I had to realize that and really focus in on, hey, we need to get after this thing. I need to get after this thing. Because these saints is real like I'm real. They getting after this. And what are we doing? We not focused, like my focus is singular. I'm not looking I ain't looking to the left of me. I'm not looking to the right. I ain't looking at saints that's behind me trying to figure this out. I'm looking forward. I'm looking at Straitway, Georgia. I'm looking at Straitway, Goshen. I'm looking at Straitway, Kentucky. I'm up here with the saints of the Straitway hub and looking at them. At these serious-minded saints who are being an example of what the word says and leading the way. I'm pressing towards that. I ain't looking back behind me no more. I spent so much time looking back behind me trying to and you waste time. Nah, y'all. I'm pressing towards the mark. And guess what? Them people behind me, hey, if you fall behind, so be it. But hey, you see me right here in front of you. Like Straitway Goshen ain't worrying about is Straitway Studio gonna catch up. They ain't worried about it. They pressing for them. They following the example of the Straitway Hub. We mean following the example. I mean, it's plain. It's right there. I don't need to break that down, please. All right? So check this out. Let me see what I got here. Romans chapter 8, verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit. Even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Now check this out, y'all. I want to show y'all something else right here, right quick. Like, let me pull this up, because what you saw them out there. They're laying block. Okay. And while I'm finding what I want to show y'all, this is what I was talking to the saints about, but I also want to tell y'all, man, another thing that's interesting, I really don't watch the news that much anymore. I do go in and check some headlines just for end time purposes, but, just to see how stuff is lining up with end time prophecy. Like, I see this stuff going on over there with China, and it's getting hotter and hotter. You know what I mean? I watch our military and the technology. What's going on with that? AI. I'm paying attention to AI, quantum computing, and things kind of in that area. Because if you want to know what to watch, hypersonic missiles, AI, and quantum computing. Those are the end time. There's an arms race for all that right there. And whoever hits it first, which is going to be China, it's going to start a war. China's going to hit that, and then we're going to have to, do something, because they're going to have the upper hand. And I don't know if y'all saw China flexing on our ships. Like, I think they cut one of our ships off over there in this China Sea over there. It's escalating over there. But anyway, not getting off track. One of the things I was talking to the saints about is Christ. Okay, hold on one second. And just talking about Christ, we'll read the scripture. Okay, it says Isaiah 28:16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Okay? And so Christ is a cornerstone. And from me being up there, talking to Pastor and some of the other leaders and builders in Straitway, and then me being up there in what's that called, in Straitway, Kentucky, and Elder Mitch, he was just explaining the building process and just the importance of the cornerstone. So I'm going to read what a cornerstone is. A cornerstone is the first stone laid when constructing a masonry foundation. So when constructing a building, okay? It is considered the most important stone in the building, as all other stones are laid in reference to this first cornerstone. A building typically has 4 corners. A building's back then were buildings back then were built with stones. The chief cornerstone, that's Christ, was the first stone laid down on the ground at one corner of the building, which was then built by adding stones next to and on top of the chief cornerstone. Okay? And like if you doing the building, that stone has to be, that first block has to be at the right height. It has to be leveled. It has to be, set at a certain amount of inches, and every angle and dimension of that stone has to be set perfectly. Otherwise, it'll throw the whole building off. Okay? Ephesians chapter 2. We're going to read Ephesians chapter 2, verse 18. Okay, we're going to start at verse 18. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints, and of the household of God, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building framed together groweth unto a holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye also are built together for a habitation of God through the Spirit. So Christ and the apostles, they were those first stones laid, and we are in the process of that. We are following, not just in word, but in deed, Christ's example. Coming together, O nation not desired, walking this thing out. We are following in that foundation that was laid in Acts chapter 2 and all that, where you actually see the manifestation of having your mind right, in the right place. Now you see the ramifications and what was the word I used the other day? The physical manifestation of faith coming out. Examples of it. Go again. You see these saints coming together in Straitway, building whole buildings in 2 days. Brothers coming from all over the place to help build a house on a community. Not relying on other nations for our education, for a place to live, for our food, and want of all things. You see the physical manifestation of faith. Not just a bunch of talking and preaching and flopping around on the ground like a flounder. And, oh, that's the manifestation of my faith. No, you actually are seeing the work. You're seeing it in the family structure. You're really seeing this thing play out. So let me read that. I want to read Ephesians chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 20 this time. The same verse I just read. I read in the KJV, but let's read that same verse in the Amplified, because it breaks it down a little. It says, "You are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, with Christ Jesus himself, the chief cornerstone. In him, the whole structure is joined, bound, welded together harmoniously, and it continues to rise, grow, increase into a holy temple in the Lord, a sanctuary dedicated, consecrated, and sacred to the presence of the Lord, in him and in fellowship with one another. Ye yourselves are also being built up into the structure with the rest to form a fixed dwelling place of God by the Spirit, or through the Spirit." Okay? And then I got Psalms chapter 118, verse 22. It says, "The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner," or the chief cornerstone. So it's like a lot. It's very easy, because, again, like I said, the reason why these so-called Hebrew Israelites and these Christians are just like the Catholics is because they interpret the Bible the same way. The shit they don't want to do, they hyper spiritualize it, and there's no practical application. And the end result, your children's children don't get an inheritance. The only thing they inherit is servitude to the beast system, because you don't want to be about that action when it comes to this book. Y'all put a 100 up in here if that makes sense. Okay? Y'all put a 100 up in here if y'all get what I'm talking about. Okay? But I'm just trying to make this thing plain for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, man, people are missing this thing. They're like totally missing this. Okay? And like I said, we're gonna keep this thing 100, keep it booked. And what y'all need to do, because I really haven't put a lot of scripture in here. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't come straight down the middle with the scripture. But what y'all need to do is really dig in the book. Dig in the word and see if that's so. Read Acts chapter 2, where the other stones were being laid. The foundation was being laid out. Okay? And see if your moray or your so-called Hebrew leader or any of that lines up with what you saw happening there when the foundation was being laid down. And now we're building on that foundation. That's just real talk. Okay? It's funny, man. I remember, I think I was doing a lesson or somebody doing a lesson, but we were speaking on the same thing. It's either something I saw or something I said, and somebody said something in the comments. But with these other so-called Hebrew Israelite groups, say, especially these camps, they say, hey, we're in captivity, so we're not supposed to do anything. We're just supposed to stay captive. Like, literally, that's what these clowns are saying. So you're supposed to stay on that job. You're not supposed to come together with your brothers. Pastor Dow ain't supposed to be out there building buildings with other saints for the children. You're supposed to leave your children in the public fool system with all them damn Transformers and Decepticons and freak shows and coops. And you're supposed to leave your wife on the job. And you need to stay in debt because you're in captivity. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? I know y'all think I'm playing, but I'm telling you, they done come out and said that you need to stay in captivity. And Massa Charlie, good Massa. And if he don't want me to do so, I ain't gonna do it. Yes, sir. You need to stay a slave. I'm telling you. But the book tell you different. They're doing different in the book. But hey, telling you, man, I'm just trying to say. But let me see if I got any more book for y'all. I got that Timothy. Oh yeah, 2 Timothy chapter 3:7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Like, and that junk tripped me out just thinking about it, because these people, like, when I came into the knowledge of the truth, when I realized when the Spirit had moved on me, I couldn't stop talking about. That's why I'm still talking to this day about my revelation, Yah revealing Himself to me. And it's like, and then I'm realizing the captivity, and I'm seeing the captivity. I'm seeing the shackles on me, and I'm seeing the key to the shackles to get them off me. And I'm using that key, and they're saying, well, you ain't supposed to use that key. Jesus gonna come down here and take that key, and you gotta let Jesus take the shackles off. When He come back, He gonna pick up the key and unlock your shackles. You shouldn't touch that key, even though it's sitting right there and it says unlock. You know what I'm saying? That's how these clowns is. And the book telling you. You know what I'm saying? Man, I promise y'all think I'm playing, but if I come across again, I'm going to show y'all where these clowns is out here saying, oh, you're in captivity. He put you in captivity, so you need to stay there. You know. Can't make this stuff up, y'all. But yeah, man, let's see, what'd you put there? He said, that's why the Most High wanted to kill us all, and Moses changed it. Yeah, man. Brother Andreas said, same as the Catholics, they say even if shit hits the fan happens, God will not forsake them. Yeah. I'm telling you, look, that's why I said there is no difference between the Catholics and the Hebrews and the Christians. There's no difference. That's why they're all sitting there doing nothing, just serving the beast. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, stiff neck. That's about it. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Y'all let me know. Come in here. Let me know if this has been edifying to y'all. Let me know. Y'all put something in there. Let me know. We've been very busy. I've been very busy. Making a lot of decisions and acting on those decisions. And letting y'all guide my footsteps. And Most High willing, very soon here, you brothers and sisters, y'all will begin seeing the fruit of those decisions. Okay. Let me see something here. Okay. All right. So, judging from y'all's comments, this has been a blessing to y'all. Hallelujah. I'm glad this is it's been edifying to y'all. Good to see y'all in there. Yeah. That is good. Just trying to drop some words of wisdom and edify brothers and sisters. Now let me see something here. All right. Well, that is good. I'm glad all y'all getting edified. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. And I'm gonna continue getting after y'all. Y'all stay locked in. Definitely make sure y'all share and like this. If y'all weren't on the live, if you got any questions, definitely put them in the comments. I'm gonna be doing a video here soon on marijuana, because somebody put that in the comments. They're like, marijuana ain't a sin. If marijuana was a sin, then it would have been in the commandments or something. Don't smoke marijuana. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fix that. You know, I'm gonna fix. We gonna get that. We gonna get all the meat off the bone in that. Okay. But anyway, y'all, appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat, and shalom, shalom.
Don't worry about it, just complete your task. Keep pushing. Look, I got a song for you right here. It go like this. Hey, can't nobody say no when the Father say yes. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me, I ain't stressed. Hey, I just know he got in all my steps. Tell him they ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, prayers answered, I think he hearing us. The Savior's still alive, we ain't got that much time. Tighten up while you playing with that grace. Sinning before his face, when it pop off, you can't escape. When the trumpets blow, it ain't no wait. Let me get myself together, hold up. I wasn't ready, keep that all in your lamb. Sword in your hand, don't you trust in no man unless they do what he's saying. The Messiah is our example. In his name, it ain't nothing that you can't do. I wrote a song about it, like to hear it, here it go, it's a sample. These ain't bars, these is parables. You ask me what this walk is all about, I'ma tell you flat out, repentance, endurance. You know, you gotta have the strength to keep going regardless of what it look like. The world say no, the Father say yes. No matter what they saying about you, to you, look to him. All of the answers is in that book. Trust me, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, hey, overwhelmed, I fall to my knees. Father, thank you for this air that I breathe. My good health and the fact that I believe. I can't believe you chose me, I don't understand. So many are more worthy. I know a few more qualified, they have it all. He don't call the prepared, he prepares the called. When he call, who gon' answer? Against the evildoers, who gon' stand up? Fearless, mercy to the stranger, the widow and her children. You do wrong and they rebuke you, that's a real friend. Hold on to that, that's priceless. These nations throwing stones at the throne, don't know what's going on, provoking him to anger. One day he gon' show him, the Lion of Judah. I don't think they ready. Euphrates River dry, we getting close to Armageddon. Whoa. Somebody better tell them who they playing with. The ruler of armies, yeah, the savior on his way again. Nations gon' be bowing down at his presence. The same mouths that blaspheme, confessing. I don't wanna get caught on the wrong side. When he crack the sky, it's gon' be terrifying. So it's the covenant we cleave to. Abba, have mercy on your children, we need you. We keeping the laws, commandments in your feast too. I'm trying to see that land of milk and honey. Got a sweet tooth, the devil is a lie, and we gon' preach truth. You get one life, ain't no sequel. The last season, Moedim, ain't no getting through them gates without that blood on you. I can tell he ordering my steps, cause when the world said no, the Father still said yes. In times, don't let Babylon break you. Don't let them break your soul. In time, stay woke, it's going down. We gonna wake up the tribes.
Howard,
willing.
what you cooking?
Last days. We about to wake up the tribes. Armageddon at the doorstep. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break me. I need the Holy Spirit right now. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. In time. Stay woke, it's going down. Babylon trying to break my soul. Holy Spirit, come down. We about to wake up the tribes. Spare not, cry loud. Yeah. We about to wake up the tribes. We in the truth, now they scared of us. They knew that Jacob would rise. We don't want problems, we just want to do the laws, praise the Most High. But if it's on, then it's on, God.